All right, all right, all right. All right, welcome back to the broadcast. This is Let's Rate Censored Games. And we are going to check out the games that have been like maybe they haven't got released because censorship, or they might have been like delisted or shadow banned. Our current game today is shadow banned, which is soft form of censorship, but it's still censorship. Let's go with this definition here. I'm certified Audiovisual Programme Classifier, which means I can give Finnish Age Ratings. And everything I say in this broadcast is my own opinion, so it's not enforceable yet, at least. This game actually has age rating and it's 16. So you can wonder why the itch.io is actually hiding from their search game that has a 16 age rating. Yep, pretty interesting, huh? I'm going to show that. Okay, here's the, I need to fix that by the way. So here's the classification criteria. It's linked down here, and we can check it out. So let's start with the process. So I'm going to remove the 16 marking because I'm going to start it from the beginning. And yep, this is definitely one of my favorite games. What censorship does is that it doesn't want to give any game due process. It's actually preventing people from getting, or products from getting reviews. So that's why it's dangerous and against. I think Western society is large. So I'm going to do the full process like I would rate anything else. Okay, let's not start there. Okay, let's check the. I think voiceover is okay. Bye, hello. Second, I'm not going to use the full screen with GUI.
Neo San Francisco, 2064 AD. The world thrives on a constant flow of groundbreaking technology. Cybernetic augmentation and genetic modification allow the repair and enhancement of almost any part of a human body. Millions of people jack into virtual worlds every day to work, play, and connect with one another with advanced brain-to-machine technology. Easier access to genetic modification leaves hybrids walking the streets, looking less human every day. However, some can't keep up with the fast-paced changes around them. They say that ROMs, now commonplace thanks to Parallax, are leading humans to a place where we can never come back, losing the survival skills that we have relied on for millennia. Relationship organizational managers are compiled with virtual intelligence and can seem human-like in their interactions. But despite the marketing hype, at their core, they are only brainless machines.
Like ChatGPT, basically.
Like the human revolution, seek to slow the relentless pace of progress, fearing that unchecked technology
This is
will make us lose the very
2015
things
game,
that make us human.
so AI hype wasn't really back then.
High above the rising tension below, a Parallax engineer has blurred the line even further. And with this, humanity's destiny will be altered forever.
So far, this is like a suitable for all. Yep, S rating. Okay. Neo San Francisco. Of course, everything weird happens in San Francisco. Home sweet home. Maybe not so sweet. Must be a better descriptor. Open items. Look at ID. Small plastic ID with your name, picture, and stats. Coffee, the great equalizer. One thing that poor and rich alike need to chuck to the day, you assume. Lots of hots for you while ago. Oh no. So it's a cold coffee. Old stale coffee. The letters F and K seem to clear as day. It's also really gross. Bit of a relic. Article due tonight. So let's not. Okay, today. Story about the human revolution. Lips live. Article like this are never pretty.
Hey, it's Charlie Nova, host of Star in the Stratosphere and Tonight in the Stars. Join Ryan V. Josio and the Hassy Boys for our 10th annual TMI New Year's Eve special, where I'll interview some of the hottest celebrities and find out what their plans are for 2065. Tune in or join us live at Union Square for the big show, starting at 10 p.m.
49ers. Back on. Illegal cybernetic enhancement. Yeah, I wonder what happens to sports when everyone can have like a turbocharged heart, for example. Yeah, this game has a lots of text. Golden Gate Park vandalism on the rise. Rogue Rome committing an act of vandalism. Okay, interesting. ChatGPT is behaving badly. Randomly appearing at night before lumbering back into the nearby trees on the western side of the park. Live on its own in a wild. Likely impossible. Ah, okay, so it might have been like a decoy, basically. Raw chrome is pyramid. Well, is it a real deal? Okay, today. Let's work. Where did you put the headphones? Okay. Where's my headphones? Think. You don't know exactly what the OOS is, only that it seems to be growing day by day. Yeah. Bachelors. Okay, headphones. Smart headphones. Hayden gave this to yeah. The brand is in pretty bad shape. Isn't this supposed to be one of the easier brands to take care of? Okay. Okay, test the headset first. Bill, yes. Oh no. Food and electricity. Rent is nearly due. Oh no. Stack of papers. Published novel. Sometimes the old books are best, especially keeping your window or propped open. Yep. Okay, can I get... No, okay. Yeah, yeah. If you have a bad internet, it's like going to be like a hassle to try to talk with the streamer. Totally understandable. I'll move the chat here so I can actually see. But on top of, at least you have something to do here. Okay, try out the... Okay, so let's... You connect to one of the less pornographic feeds. Yeah, I wonder what kind of links this guy has. Or girl. Your choice is clear. You're so accomplished. Alright, time to get work out of the way. Let's do this. Selling your soul bit by bit. Yep, that's what journalists do. Finished. Your big break. Apparently they don't use the text generation in a future. Yeah, the 2015 the game was released. I remember playing it back then, and yeah, they couldn't like prophesize the upcoming emergence of the AI. Even if this is very on point of the current events, or well, talking about the artificial intelligence is always like been like a top topic of the sci-fi. But yeah, I think in current day, because a couple days ago I talked about the Asimov's rules of robotics with the kids at the school, and that was crazy because now we are kind of living the sci-fi of my youth. Why would your dentist invite you a lightning ceremony? Feels like a trap. Probably a trap. He wants to my teeth. Vintage deck. Classic modern and keyboard. Yeah. Unsubscribe. Yep, this is totally what happens. Subscribing cannot be modified. Yep. Oh no.
Good, you're finally awake.
Okay.
I'm honestly not sure why most humans still have such lengthy sleep cycles. It seems rather inconvenient. Are you significantly opposed to cybernetic augments? Oh, I hope you don't mind. While you were asleep, I had some spare time on my hands, so I reorganized your records and entertainment media using BISAC. Once that was done, I found the cleanliness of your living and workspace to be suboptimal conditions for the long-term performance of my microactuators. So I took the liberty of cleaning the place up a bit.
Yeah, that's actually point. Maybe dust would be like bad for the robots.
As you awoke, I was attempting to interface and make performance adjustments to your personal computer, but I've run into a bit of a snag.
Too old.
I came in through the door, of course.
Oh, that explains.
The cryptographic algorithms it uses are actually quite atrocious.
Okay, you mean 1, 2, 3, 4 code isn't like optimal?
It only took me 17 trillion clock cycles to break your entry code.
1, 2, 3, 4.
It looks rather imposing, but it's actually a knockoff of the Secugate M/14723-B. Don't feel too bad. I actually cheated a bit when I cross-referenced likely numeric combinations against the stored personal data on you.
Okay, so I need to change all the email and other passwords.
I'm not certain why you picked the birthday of your first dog, but it would be
Okay,
sufficiently
that's the real.
obscure to defeat most casual attempts to enter. Frankly, I felt a little silly that I took the time to do all that once I noticed that the lock on your window is broken.
Yeah, and the window is open.
And that you left it open.
Yep.
Yes, I attempted to repair it, but it uses a proprietary bolt head I am not equipped to remove. I took the liberty of filing a maintenance request with your building superintendent. Considering the speed at which he has historically worked, I estimate it will take him 16 working days to complete the repair.
So we have a chat GPT in our house now.
Not quite to my standards. I know a lot of things. Honestly, it would have taken me longer if I had to enter the codes manually, but it was trivial to slice through the door's firewall and try against the stored data directly.
Okay.
I would suggest
Brute force.
investing in an Insect Model 1355 automatic security door. The 1385 is newer, but I find the added attack vector introduced by the integrated voice commands isn't worth the convenience. The 1355 also has 300 5-star reviews on Congo. Unfortunately, your motherboard seems to have had a critical failure while I was attempting to remove some particularly nasty malware. An electrical surge caused significant damage to several other components as well. I would consider it no great loss, though. Why were you using that dinosaur to begin with? Don't fret! I did manage to back up your data drive's contents on my storage before the crash. Additionally, I am willing to serve as your personal computer until you can procure a replacement or provide the parts necessary for me to make the repairs. It is the least I can do.
Okay. Why are you here?
I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to engage you in any sort of subterfuge, but I tend to ramble on a bit when I'm nervous. I have all the necessary protocols, but I've never actually spoken to another person besides Hayden until now.
Hayden?
Well, saying I know Hayden is putting it simply, but yes. I don't really know. That's why I'm here.
Okay.
Help me. You aren't quite my only hope, but you're certainly the most statistically supported.
Okay.
The beginning. Okay, yes, I can do that. Earlier tonight, Hayden's apartment was assaulted by some persons unknown to me. He seemed frightened, terrified even, and instructed me to escape.
Okay.
I crawled out of a window, and after some deliberation, hurried here. I heard them breaking down the door as I left. I ran an algorithm against every contact in Hayden's address book.
Like police?
Based on the combined deductions of personal profile, directness of connection to Hayden, occupational skill, and probable motive, you were the candidate most likely to both be able and willing to help me. And the one least likely to be suspected of doing so.
Ah, okay. Loser, so nobody suspects him. I have never looked at a missing person, but I could try.
The numbers don't lie about your investigative skills, but I will admit your total lack of recent successes is worrisome. Don't worry.
Finland,
If
0
Hayden
points.
trusted you, I trust you. You're strong-willed and capable. If anything, it's worth trying for Hayden. I don't know. I'm not certain who would benefit the most from taking Hayden prisoner. Admittedly, Hayden has become increasingly paranoid as of late, and has warned me to stay alert, but he would never specify anyone I should fear when I asked. It's not as though he has any obvious enemies.
But...
There are several multinational corporations that could make use of his engineering skills, but I can't imagine any of them would go as far as snatching him.
Microsoft, Tesla.
He is one of the top researchers at Parallax, but there's no way that alone would be enough to get him kidnapped. I suspect it has to do with me.
Okay. Who are you anyway?
Excuse me. I forgot to introduce myself. I've never had the pleasure of doing so before. I am Turing.
Alan Turing.
I know this must sound quite unflattering, but I suppose you could describe me as one of Hayden's experiments. He's currently researching advanced machine intelligence at Parallax. I am a personal side project of his. Exploring true artificial sapience.
Well, of course.
It's possible that the idea of a sapient machine could scare or tempt an organization into kidnapping him. Either to stop his research, or to take it and use it for themselves. A regular ROM has virtual intelligence. They can appear rather smart, even human-seeming when you talk to them. But they're just cleverly programmed to respond to a variety of situations in an organic manner.
Like a teacher.
They aren't in any way self-deterministic. As for myself, much of my code wasn't actually written by Hayden, but rather compiled during my infancy as I learned to interact with the world around me.
So basically Turing is the first AGI.
But despite my ability to self-modify my code, I am afraid to adapt or develop any further without Hayden's guidance.
Okay, that's actually could solve the problem Microsoft had with the Tay, which was AI they put into the Twitter.
Did he only program me with the illusion of free will?
Maybe. How would you know? Yeah, that's the
How
point.
would you?
I
Hayden
don't.
once told me that his desire to create artificial life stemmed from his need to find out. But I can't say I have any new insight into the question. How can any of us tell that we aren't just puppets dancing to someone else's will? You're right. I apologize for the tangent.
But yeah, when we are talking about AI in modern world and how people use it, how we should use it, what's our responsibilities, it gets pretty philosophical.
Indeed, time is of the essence. I took the liberty of charging the AutoCab fare from here to Hayden's apartment to your personal finance account.
No!
And the car has just arrived.
Okay, so we are not going to eat tomorrow. I can totally afford that. Why not go to the police?
No, we can't.
Why?
One of the last things Hayden told me was to avoid the authorities. We must be cautious about who we inform of this.
Okay, so Hayden has been using some Chinese code or something.
My calculations show that the possibilities of a leak are dangerously high.
From police, okay?
Corruption, despite being a challenge to public trust as well as cohesion of departmental policies, is still a possibility to consider.
Yeah, I wonder if the departmental policies would be like a destroy AI.
If it becomes public that Hayden has been kidnapped, his life may be put in further danger. His chances of escape would surely decrease.
Right.
We must keep this to ourselves for now. Please.
Okay, bubblehead. Maybe I get like a good scoop out of this. A new computer. I like the animations
strange.
in this game. Pretty good pixel art actually. And that there's a lot of it.
Well, the door for our home seems to have already been repaired. I'm certain my audio sensors picked up the sounds of his assailants breaking the lock. It's possible. Most of the repairs to the building are handled by the automated systems. At best, it means someone is aware there's a situation here. Let's proceed carefully. Oh, a lucky break! It seems my access codes still work. Hayden's door has far better security than yours does.
Just let's get in. Doesn't look like there was much of a struggle.
I'm not surprised. Hayden is not the most physically intimidating of individuals. I doubt he could have fought off a serious assault. I should have stayed and tried to protect him. Of course not. How silly. To make a machine intelligence truly self-deterministic, it must be able to self-modify. Any sapient worth their silicon would be able to code around such an inhibitor eventually. I could rip your arm off right now if I cared to.
Let's not do that. Please don't.
I won't for the same reason you don't go around randomly killing people.
Only in GTA.
The social contract, as a useful construct, is just as apparent to me as it is to you. It simply isn't acceptable to go on a murderous rampage.
It's socially acceptable. Yep. Glad we are clear on that one.
Self-defense and defense of one's home and family is typically allowed, though. I could have
Stand my ground.
may even have been obligated to come to Hayden's defense. But I... Excellent point. Let's start searching for clues.
About the age rating. So you might want to show this. So there's this instructions how to use the age ratings, and it's a big thing if we consider the Hayden Turing as a child, because then it's, if we are going to treat him as a child, then it's going to be like a very big thing. Now that this game has a voice acting. Sequences of situations dealing with the universal fears of children. Separation from parents in dark. So if we interpret this could be like because the robot is speaking with the children voice in this game. So it might be that this might be like well, this 31 criteria 31 just because we think this robot as a kid. Then there were this not that one, but in violence content, if the if the children's parents are attacked, not partially detailed or dominated against children, animals, or family members, not dominantly direct or single detailed scenes of violence, dominantly directed at against the children. So if this game has just like a one action scene, it's not dominantly. But yeah, we could think Hayden as a parent for the Turing, and we could actually interpret Turing as a kid, just because this voiceover. Just want to clarify it. So there's like a large degree of interpretation here, because the Finnish Audiovisual Programme Classification is not predominantly aimed towards the game. I'm just like
most people just
using
use
it
in
this
conjunction
context.
with their ROM. But desktop rigs like this are still more suitable to the intensive programming tasks Hayden needs to perform.
Maybe he used cloud service.
Unfortunately, no, I don't. And before you ask, I don't think I would be able to break past its security in any reasonable length of time. Your door used a much simpler set of algorithms with a much weaker processor. I actually have a bit less free processing power than a regular ROM, despite my powerful CPU. Much of those extra clock cycles are used to maintain my complex personality algorithms.
Yeah, probably. That's actually
Hayden's
quite
computer has
logical.
enough spare processing power to run counter-intrusion software, if I attempt to slice in. frankly. Even if I did have the power capability, I haven't found hacking to be one of my talents.
Yeah, because you need to be like a creative in hacking, and AI isn't really creative.
I could, but much in the same way you might learn a task and still have no aptitude for it. I'm not certain I would be able to do the job any better than an experienced computer security expert. The whole reason humans have always been better at breaking into systems than the systems are at keeping them out is because humans have intuition. While computers can only think in straight lines, humans can think sideways and upside down.
Yep, making another point here. So now that AI is actually here in a real life, that's actually a pretty good idea to play this game, because it's actually talking about
I lack that ability.
modern things.
Well, I wouldn't say that, but as silly as it sounds, I just don't think I'm very good with computers.
Also, if you watch this on YouTube, please like and maybe even subscribe, because I don't think censored games are like a very hot topic, so algorithm might dislike me a lot. So you can combat it with reactions, like liking.
I do seem to have some skill with painting, though.
Okay, that's interesting, because painting is, I think it's creative.
Hayden was impressed with some of my pieces, but I'm not sure he has a firm enough grasp of early 20th century abstract expressionism to give me an objective opinion.
Huh. Yeah, abstract art doesn't seem to be like something robot would be good at. Well, Midjourney is pretty good.
That's true. Machines are best at reproduction. Still life, impressionism, photorealism.
Impressionism, yep.
But I find it more challenging and satisfying to paint what I feel.
Okay, interesting. Hayden headset. Game consoles. Fan of the old tech. Mega 16. Family Link. Okay. Legally distinct names. Let's Code Tips. Augmented Eye.
Oh, I think I see something under those reference books. Ah, that device.
That device.
I find it rather annoying that he prefers to go basic rather than entrust me with his schedule. It is well within my skill set, but he claims he does not want me to begin to feel subservient to him. It looks like there's a place here for a physical memory card. Without the memory card, this tablet is useless.
Good thing he uses like old-fashioned technology. This plant is doing much better than the old one at home. The main character is very distressed about his inability to treat plants. So based on your track record, it's for the best. That's a Hayden.
Hayden spends so much of his time at home building ROMs, as if he doesn't do enough of that at work.
You don't even own a ROM. I wonder where the memory card is. Memory card is here, okay.
Hayden must have removed the memory card in order to prevent his assailants from easily tracing his connections. If only he had kept his information stored with me, he would not have had to resort to such crude measures.
Tablet's calendar says he was supposed to meet with someone named Tomcat today. Ring any digital bells?
Not really. I guess we'll have to go ask. Says here they were going to meet at a club called Stardust, located in the Castro district. I'll mark it on your city map. We can head over there and ask around about this Tomcat character. Perhaps they can shine some light on why Hayden was snatched. Oh, excuse me. I still haven't set up a user account for you in my system. We shouldn't put that off any longer. Once finished, I will have an assortment of new ways to assist you. For example, I'll be able to reroute any call or message that you receive while we're out and about. I just need questions.
Okay.
This is...
Sure, whatever. Cool, bring it on.
Welcome to the first-time user setup for your new relationship and organizational manager, running the latest build of Parallax's live intelligence processing system. I'll need to ask you a few questions, and then you can get right to managing your life with your new ROM. If you have any questions, feel free to consult our online FAQ and setup guide, or contact our support department directly.
Of course.
First, could you tell me your preferred name for use in account creation, online communications, and conversational speech?
Okay, enter name. Okay, so enter your name.
Do you wish to keep this name?
Actually,
Do you wish to keep this name? Thank you. I have input your name. Next, could you tell me which pronouns I should use for you in referential and conversational speech?
new feature in a 2015 games. So there's a lot of options. Custom pronouns, nice. You can set up your pronouns if you really want to. 2015 was this legendary age 10 years ago. But he, him, his. Okay.
Thank you. I have input your pronouns. Finally, could you tell me your preferred diet for use in restaurant recommendations?
Meat. Dead meat. Omnivorous. Kosher, vegan, more. Damn it, Turing.
Diet set as omnivorous. Are you sure? Thank you for confirming. I have obtained your physical location from GPS and will load local data into my memory as it becomes available.
Okay.
Please review your submitted profile information for accuracy, or restart setup to enter it again. In review. Does that sound right? Thank you. See, that was relatively painless.
Relatively.
You should
Like
now also be able to
installing
access
Windows.
the local map of Neo SF. The meeting with Tomcat isn't until later this evening.
So basically, I suppose in the future, if we had like these AI robots, androids, whatever, you would like need to install them.
Perhaps we should head back to your apartment for now. I'm sure we can find some common ground while getting to know one another better. It will be an efficient use of our time together. Thank you for escorting me here. Let's head back to your home.
Okay, This game does not autosave. Please sure you to save frequently. Okay. That's actually pretty good hint. Chapter 1. That was basically a tutorial. This is about like 8 hours length game.
You know, your Crassula ovata isn't doing very well.
My what? Oh, plant.
Have you been overwatering it?
Probably. My what?
This jade plant you have on the windowsill here. It's actually a succulent, and since I'm assuming you leave this window open all the time, it should get more than enough water just from the occasional rain blowing in. Speaking of the rain, your decorative plant may be doing poorly, but the mildew in your drywall is flourishing.
Yeah. Plant's name mildew.
How thoughtful of them! The Crassula ovata, also known as the jade plant, money tree, lucky tree, or friendship tree, is an excellent and easy to care for houseplant. They make beautiful bonsai, are suitable for beginners, and have some cultural significance both in the Far East and America as a token for good financial luck.
Yep.
Most likely an urban legend, but still a nice gift.
And I'm apparently killing the plant.
I'd like your authorization to have a few tools shipped here. If I replant it into a more suitable pot with sandier soil, it should be thriving again soon. You just have to remember to water it less frequently. Considering the state of your apartment, I'd have figured you'd neglect it rather than drown it. Ironic, since it would be doing better if you had. Excellent. The supplies should be here soon. I ordered from a place close by to keep the shipping costs down.
Okay, drone
one other
post.
thing. When I was doing the research on how to best take care of the Crassula ovata, I stumbled upon the persistent belief that talking to plants improves their health. There is scientific evidence that shows there may be something to the notion, but the methodology in the studies was a bit shaky, so it could all be rank superstition. I have, in fact, already taken the liberty of sending a request to his office. And considering the broken window, broken sink, and the lingering sense of disrepair, I am not confident he has a history of following through.
Yeah.
I would suggest confronting him in person, but I have run a mesh search, and the man is a convicted felon for assault and battery with a deadly weapon.
Let's not contact him. Don't
Perhaps
contact
we should
him.
bring some sort of a bribe?
Yeah, that could work.
I will continue to formulate a stratagem. Anyway, I'll have this plant flourishing in no time. If left in direct sunlight, the leaves gain a pretty red tinge to their edges, and it should start flowering in the autumn. It'll really pull the whole room together. You know, once we get the sink fixed. Oh, it's almost the time Hayden had scheduled to meet with Tomcat. We should make our way to Stardust soon.
So
Your
we
city
spent
map
like a
is
couple
updated
hours
with the
talking about my
location.
plan. Very old school way. Save, okay. Is there a quick save button? Probably not, by the way. Okay. Yep, nope.
Well, this looks like the place, assuming the flashing neon signs are telling the truth. From the sounds of the music, things are already underway at Stardust, even so early. Hopefully we can find Tomcat inside. And some answers.
Welcome to Stardust.
This parting silhouette just painted on the windows. Yeah.
Hold up there. Got ID?
Yep.
All right. Looks good to me.
The robot is underage.
Welcome to Stardust.
This is the place. Have
That
you
was
ever
easy.
been here before?
Who could stand this music? This is my first time.
The atmosphere is certainly exciting. I'm particularly impressed by some of the more subtle effects the music and lights are having on your autonomic nervous system. Try not to let yourself get too entranced, at least not until we've achieved our goal. Anyway, where do you think we should start? Good idea. Maybe the bartender can tell us where to find Tomcat.
Morning, friend. What can I do for you? Sure, but first, let's get you a drink. What'll it be?
Den svenska Bernstam. I don't know any of these. Oh, whiskey.
So many drinks these days. Remind me, what's in that?
In a whiskey. There's a whiskey in a whiskey.
Dictionary, the Open Alcoholopedia says,
Just whiskey, no ice, no mixer, straight.
Does that sound good?
Yep.
Ah, all right, you got it. Coming right up. Now, what is it you need to know? Oh, I should introduce myself. The name's Majid. I've been the bartender of Stardust for a few years now, but I've owned it a little longer than that. So, what do you want to know? That's true, and it was true about Stardust. The first 6 months were great, but after that, the interest dried up and the kids moved on to the next big thing. But I guess
Sounds
I'm
like
just stubborn
internet.
and kept throwing good money after bad. Ha! After 2 years in a remodel, things started to pick back up again. We slowly dug ourselves out of the debt hole. We got some regulars around, they started bringing in enough new folks and it reached critical mass pretty quick. Mostly got myself into trouble. When I emigrated from Pakistan, I didn't have a whole lot of employable skills. But I'm real big, which was enough to get hired for some real dirty stuff. Bodyguard work. Truth be told, I hated the work. I didn't want to be a hired fist my whole life. I wanted something regular, peaceful. I had enough cash saved up to buy this place, which was a hole at the time. The rest is history. I'm sure it sounds more exciting than it was.
I'm meeting a Tomcat.
I'm pretty sure Tomcat came in earlier, but I don't know where they went off to.
Hey, okay.
I'd ask what you were meeting about, but I know they like to keep that kind of stuff quiet. Maybe try looking out on the dance floor. If they come around here, I'll tell them you're looking. Hayden, scientist guy, does some kind of computer research at Parallax. Pretty sure I know who you're talking about, but I don't think he's around here tonight.
Okay,
Our place
interesting.
doesn't really seem like his scene, but I think he comes in to scout young programming talent. Go figure.
Yeah,
I
okay.
can ask around,
He has
find out if
been here.
anyone's seen him. I'll let you know. Well, it was nice meeting you, but I gotta get back to work. I'll keep an eye out for Tomcat and send them your way if I see them. Nice meeting you. Good luck. Enjoy yourself. And don't be a stranger.
Oh no.
Welcome to Stardust.
Okay, so we move like this.
Yes, can I help you? Not at the moment. They're usually close enough to hear when their name gets dropped. So if that's all you needed from me, I'll get back to cutie cruising.
Cutie cruising, okay.
And no, that wasn't an invitation to flirt.
Okay.
It may surprise you coming from a nasty hybrid, but I actually don't need luck. Even genotypicals flirt with me. Not like I want them to.
Yeah, there's lots of weirdos around.
And I don't know where Tomcat is, so look for them elsewhere.
Sorry, did you say genotypical?
Yeah, as in not a hybrid like me. Now then, I'm not here to educate you, and I do have a life to return to.
Yeah, very much cyberpunk game.
Yeah, alright, whatever. Just get moving.
Hi there. I heard you were looking for me.
Okay, that was easy.
Yours truly, doll. Although, while I like the attention, it'd be just grand if you didn't holler for me so loudly. I do my share of flirting with both sides of the law.
Okay.
Wouldn't want little old me to get in trouble, huh?
Nah.
So, to what do I owe the pleasure?
A friend of ours, Hayden, has gone missing. We found a note saying he was going to meet you.
Hayden's missing.
Yep.
Well, that's one way to sour my night.
Yep.
I already saw you got his little ROM with you, so I'll give you the benefit of the doubt for now.
Okay, so you know about this thing.
You know about me? Hayden never mentioned your involvement.
Well, sure thing, hon. I helped reprogram the back end on your OS so the AI code Hayden wrote for you would work properly with the mesh network.
Ah, hacker.
I have a distressing lack of information on my own creation.
As does ChatGPT, so
Hayden
don't
never
worry.
saw fit to inform me on what went into designing my programming.
That's probably a fail-safe, not to let like a AI to know or tell about or know about its origins, how to program itself.
Is there anything else you can tell me?
Not much more on that end. I'm a crack shot at making the Lips OS dance to my tune, but Hayden's coding in your AI core is a whole different can of worms. Way out of my league. Sorry, doll. Anything else I can help with? Oh, sure! You may have even heard of me in the news way back when. About 10 years ago, I hacked into Parallax's main ROM servers.
Ah, and get caught.
Ooh, caused one hell of a stink, if I do say so myself. People were arguing back and forth whether I was a kid genius or malicious criminal.
Maybe calls.
Earned myself an enforced net blackout for a few years, but I think it was worth it for the prestige.
Yeah, that's actually true that some classical hackers have got like a ban to use the computers or hack into the net, so in real life as well. So which was it?
I don't know. I didn't really do it to steal anything, but I had to break an awful lot of eggs to crack my way in. I chalk it up to the exuberance of youth, and now I try to stay on the straight and narrow. Mostly. Sometimes. Oh, am I kidding? Sometimes I treat this place like it's my own little bat cave. Well, to see if I could. I mean, Parallax is a mighty big target. Bigger than the government. Raleigh, North Carolina, dog. Sure, it's not the glitziest town in the world, but folks like the way the sun goes down. Still, this ain't a bad town for a southern belle. Lots of clothes. I had to get a third walk-in closet. Hayden and I met not long after my blackout expired, when he recruited me for my expertise in lips.
Yeah, hackers would be like a good candidate for for recruitment.
It puzzled me at the time, since he's very sharp himself. I mean, he could have done the job blindfolded and boozy. I think he just wanted someone working on it off the books.
Yeah.
He ain't the most straightforward kind of man. Mostly that little bite you got there. Well, I'm sure he had his fingers in lots of pies, but Turing is all I knew about. Ooh, it's a powerful OS. And it's since been adapted to run on ROMs after they figured out how much more efficient it is.
So it's sci-fi Linux basically.
It's focused on learning algorithms, so it can tailor itself to each user's habits. And it functions through using a distributed mesh network for non-essential public files.
Yeah, totally not a Windows. Can you explain it like I'm a child?
That's just a fancy way of saying all ROMs connect to all other ROMs within range, and they share all files the user has tagged as private. It's handy in dense population areas like NeoXF, since it can bypass regular telecom nodes to access the internet.
Okay, so net forwarding and they use torrents.
Out in the sticks, though, you're stuck connecting to regular old pipes. Yuck. I don't rightly know.
I can't avoid the thought that Hayden's disappearance has something to do with me, based on his recent behavior.
Well, let's see. Hayden was pretty hush-hush about his work on your creation, but if Parallax found out about it somehow, ooh, that might have changed things. It ain't always so good for a big company when their leading product declares independence.
Yeah.
I'm certain Hayden had some kind of intellectual property clause written into his contract with them.
Yeah, that should work if you are working in something on the work hours, but not if you're doing it on free time, unless he actually stole the code from the company.
He would just get fired, maybe even sued. I can't imagine they would disappear him. I mean, they ain't the CIA or anything. Oh, don't you worry about Jess, none.
Yes, okay.
She just don't have a lot of patience when talking to genotypical folks like us. She's had to deal with an awful lot of pricks.
I guess. If you can like change your genes to become like a true furry, I can guess that might be like an issue with some folks.
Well,
because he's a hybrid. So no game is talking about racism. He might be a jerk. Because he's a hybrid.
well, that ain't the most delicate way of putting it, but it makes things tough, you know?
Yeah.
Nah, I'd leave her alone if I were you. She's sharp enough on her own, but she's got friends in low places.
Okay.
Well, she does owe me a favor, or three. But I ain't sure I want to waste one on pulling your foot out of your own rear, you hear?
Yeah. How do we find Hayden?
Yeah, I'm not real sure, hon. But it would likely help if we knew why he went missing in the first place. I'll stay here and ask around a bit. People know me, and they sure ain't gonna talk to a newbie like yourself. Why don't you hop back over to Hayden's place and grab the data cache out of his computer for me?
Okay.
We can go over his research notes and see if we can't find a reason for his being vanished.
Do you have a code for the computer?
If Parallax is involved, there's probably something we're not seeing yet. Best to get all the clues we can find. The data cache would be the best place to start. Good luck. Turing, you keep out of trouble.
Enter, okay, indeed. Okay, wrong place.
Halt, citizen. This area has been cordoned off by the Neo SF Police Department as part of an ongoing investigation.
Oh no.
I apologize for the inconvenience, but I am not authorized to allow anyone to enter this location. I'm sorry, citizen, but I cannot give comment on any currently ongoing investigations. If you would like to leave your contact information with me, I can forward your inquiry to the detective in charge, who will get in touch with you as soon as it is feasible. They may have questions for you. Thank you in advance for your cooperation, citizen.
Okay.
That will not be possible, citizen. The area must be preserved in pristine condition for the collection of evidence.
Oops.
Only authorized Neo SFPD personnel may enter. I am required by law to inform you that I am set at Level 2 Guard Mode, and any effort to make unauthorized entry will be met with non-lethal force sufficient to incapacitate. I apologize, but I must ask you to move along. Loitering around an active investigation area is prohibited by city statute, and I am authorized to issue the citation of a fine to any persons found to be doing so.
We should go ahead and get moving. Oh, drat. I did not expect the police to get involved so quickly. The situation is already growing out of our control. I suppose we don't have to hide the fact of Hayden being missing anymore, but we do have to move faster. Do you have any ideas on how to get in there and grab that data cache?
Do we have any vents? I do have a contact inside NL
Would that be? I found no such connection when I compiled your personal history.
Yeah, I didn't write it on the Facebook, so Lexis is kind of new to this jurisdiction, but still thought.
Give me a moment. Oh, I see now. Detective Lexi Rivers. She used to date your sister. I must have missed that link in your history somehow. You have a very poor net presence.
Yeah, probably for a reason.
It makes anticipating your needs more difficult. Well, setting aside your unreasonable distaste for technology, I agree with your suggestion. Her online profile suggests that she might be willing to work with us off the books, so to speak. A considerable boon, since I would prefer to maintain the clandestine nature of this investigation for now. Let us go and find Miss Rivers to request assistance. Oh, right. Should I refresh my protocols for handling titles around Detective Rivers? Done and done. We wouldn't want any social faux pas, would we?
Learning intelligence, basically.
Now lead the way.
Police station. Richmond district. That had the charm of, well, any other old police department. I remember that. Okay, never mind. Wait, we need to remember to save. So far there hasn't been like a much of anything that would actually trigger classification criteria. So talking about things is or racism isn't like a triggering anything. I think Finnish Age Ratings do not have this racism marking. It's PEGI, the Pan-European Age Information System, that has actually racism, but it has been like used something like 8 times or 10. So not very often, and if the racism would like cause anxiety, then it would be like a something that definitely could. But this is like a mystery game now, and we are just trying to find the Hayden. So that's major part of the game is just walking around and talking. So it's not something that would trigger any age ratings in Finnish. But if we consider Turing as a child, then we could actually like see maybe 7 or maybe even 10 and 12. I know how this game ends because I have played this before.
Welcome to the Neo San Francisco Richmond District Police Station, citizen. How may I be of assistance today?
Well,
Please give me a few moments to get in contact with Detective Rivers. Thank you for your patience. Unfortunately, Detective Rivers is out on assignment at the moment, but she has given me her authorization to send you her way. You can find her by the Carousel Building in Golden Gate Park, but I will caution you to exert care. She is working an investigation right now, and we are not responsible for your safety should you approach. Is there anything else I can help you with? I am not authorized to comment on any ongoing investigations, but the protests outside Genus are a hot human interest topic. Perhaps you could look around. Feel free to note the assistance of the Neo San Francisco Police Department in your article. Is there anything else I can help you with? Have a good day, citizen.
let's go and find Lexi. Golden Gate Park.
Hello, I'm Alfie, I-83. How may I help you? Would you like some cool, refreshing water? Sure thing. Please wait.
Very good robot.
Okay, here you go. Water levels, okay. Would you care to donate some credits to the
Raw Recycling for the Greener Earth Foundation.
All right. Please have a nice day.
Do you think I'd look nice in that hat?
Well, it's blue.
I'd really love that. Maybe it would look better in orange or a green.
Yeah, maybe.
Perhaps a mauve.
Taking a photo of his room. Next stand. Okay, this is the stand that was destroyed by the maybe ROM.
Hey there. Long time. Give me a few minutes to wrap this up, okay? I swear you wouldn't believe the amount of paperwork I have to file over a damn wrecked froyo stand. By the way, how's your sister doing? I don't know if you've heard, but we got some phantom robot on the loose that everyone is calling Wonder Boy.
Wonder Boy,
Supposed to be a hero of the people or something, but I have no idea what smashing a froyo stand has to do with it.
Okay.
I guess it's just a bunch of kids screwing around at night and getting a thrill out of some light vandalism. But the brass said to take it seriously, so that's what I'm gonna do. It's not like I have real cases I could be working on or actual criminals to be hunting down or anything.
Yeah, totally not.
If I had known that this is all they would give me, I never would have transferred.
this is not a fantasy game, so police needs to make lots of reports.
Let's see. I'm too young for full detective. I'm too big of a hothead. I've got a history. I have augments. Take your pick.
Everything.
I transferred because the credits were good. I thought being in a bigger city would mean I'd get to work some bigger cases. Instead, I'm stuck chasing ghosts and dead ends. So yeah, I have plenty of spare time to help you with whatever you got. It's gotta be better than dealing with this crap. But hold on one sec. Let me steal a break from this guy. So, fill me in. What's going on?
We have a kidnapping. Old friend of mine, Hayden, has gone missing.
Oh shoot, that's no good. How long have they been gone? I'll have a hard time getting a focused effort on the case immediately unless there's evidence of foul play.
Unfortunately, Detective, things are precisely that serious. I am Hayden's personal ROM, and I was witness to the kidnapping. I can assure you Hayden was taken by force, and that time is of the essence. Just prior to the incident, he instructed me to seek help should anything bad happen. I now believe he has been expecting trouble of this magnitude. We need your help if we're going to track him down.
Damn. All right then, I'll do what I can to open up an investigation. I can't guarantee I'll be put on the case, conflict of interest and all, but I can sure keep tabs on things for you.
Yes, Hayden is a senior researcher at Parallax, and I know he was working on some very high-profile projects for the company. It's quite likely that he was taken by somebody with enough money and influence to ensure anything official goes nowhere. You yourself have already cast doubt on your superior's judgment. Unfortunately, we share the sentiment. In fact, we know there is already some kind of currently ongoing investigation. We were stopped from entering Hayden's apartment by an NSFPD ROM. That's why we came to you.
Hopefully not because we entered the
We were
place.
hoping you would be empathetic to our cause.
You know, you're a bit chattier than most ROMs.
Well,
I guess
she's
it
a
makes sense
detective,
that
so...
Parallax employees get the shiniest new toys, huh? I'll see what's going on in the department. I don't know what I can do if someone inside... I don't know what I can do if someone inside actually is dirty, but I can pass information to you if I decide my superiors aren't taking things seriously. Only one bot by the door if it was something important enough to squash. Hopefully it's unrelated. I'll get back to you on it soon. Just relax and we'll figure this out. Promise. No way, not gonna happen.
Not going to happen.
If there's already an investigation, I'm not gonna let you just waltz in and tamper with evidence, cover up or not.
We already did that.
At least give me a day to make sure they're doing the job right. Look, I'm taking this seriously, and so should you. If Hayden is in real danger, you bumbling after whoever took him is just gonna get you killed.
Oops.
I don't need that kind of crap on my conscience. Sure you can. All the way up until you don't. Just let it go. I lost too much playing fast and loose with this kind of situation back home. I have to handle this. You think I'm just being paranoid, but the city is tense right now. With the protests and everything going on, you might be poking around in a hornet's nest. Let me do my job. I don't want you to get hurt. Get a weapon of some kind and stay safe.
Right.
I still care about you. You better. I don't have a stick up my ass about regs, but I'm not gonna send an untrained civilian into this alone, much less a friend. Now let's split up for a bit. I still gotta finish up this Froyo thing. I'll call you about the case later, all right?
Okay.
Well, that didn't go how I'd hoped, but maybe it isn't a total loss.
Maybe.
I have another idea on how to get us both inside the apartment. I'll need to get my hands on Detective Rivers' police identification badge.
Okay, so now we are stealing from her.
I can just detect its outline in the fabric of her jacket pocket. I'll need to be considerably closer to pull its near-field data. We can't risk being too obvious. I'm sure you can come up with some way for me to scan it. I have faith in you.
Toppings everywhere. The humanity of it.
Hello, I'm Alfie, I-83. How may I help you? Would you like some cool, refreshing water?
Okay, so
Oh, you already seem to have a full glass of cool, refreshing water. Oh,
Some people see the glass half empty. Some see the glass half full. Alfie sees yours as completely full.
okay,
hello.
let's
I'm
try
Alfie,
to
I-83.
play
How may
around
I
with
help
the
you?
water.
Would you like some cool, refreshing water? Sure thing. I'll refill that right away. Please wait. Oh, this is embarrassing. I seem to have run out of cool, refreshing water.
It's going to freak out.
Not okay.
Not okay.
Water levels. Not okay. Water levels. Not okay. I'll be right back.
Okay, that was interesting. Okay, that was easy.
Perfect. That's all. Let me keep that under my...
Hey! What the hell are you doing with my ID?
Oh, excuse me, Detective Rivers.
She's
I
way too
noticed
good.
it fell out of your pocket after that wayward ROM crashed into you, and I wanted to make sure it didn't get lost in the shovel.
Huh. Thanks. What hit me? You said it was a ROM?
Yes.
Maybe it was
Seemed
rogue
involving
ROM.
Faulty programming of some kind. Perhaps it was the same one that damaged this vendor's cart. It headed off in that direction.
Guess I should check it out. Not like I have any other leads on this jackpot of a case. Hey you, Froyo guy? Tag along with me in case I need you to identify the bot.
Who, me? But I've gotta attend my stand.
Your stand is destroyed, so.
Cut the crap. It's not going anywhere, and the robot I posted will make sure nobody messes with the crime scene.
Yes, ma'am.
And you two. Don't think I don't know you're up to something. Keep your noses clean. I'll be in touch.
As I was saying, let me keep it under my hat for now. I am more than just a walking search engine, you know. Dramatics aside, we should return to Hayden's apartment.
Identification scan. No.
This is Detective Lexi Rivers, badge number 881126. I will be entering the crime scene with my assistant to gather evidence. Please move out, but maintain the perimeter.
Of course, Detective Rivers. Good luck with your investigation.
So, are
Yeah,
you
deep fake
impressed yet?
voice.
Have I proven my usefulness?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, he can do deepfake. You made your point.
Yes, I did. At times I feel my inexperience may be holding us back, but I will continue to do my best to assist you. I just wish Hayden had given me more practical training to deal with this kind of situation. Or even just being out and about in general. It can be a bit overwhelming at times. Well, I'm not sure I'd call that seeing. The Neo SF Police Department uses a government rebuild of the old Robodyne 6300 Mark B. They're antiquated enough that I'm surprised they aren't in a museum. Their optics are a paltry 10 megapixels, and it was child's play for me to modulate my forward display into a tight beam of an image aimed directly into its lenses. I also transmitted the credentials we got from Detective Rivers' badge earlier. I probably could have gotten away with just that, but better safe than sorry when impersonating an officer of the law. Frankly, I'm rather embarrassed for the ROM. The poor thing is older than your computer. But enough of that. Let's get the data cache and return to Tomcat. What?
Oh
no. No. Our apartment. My home. Who could have done this? Why?
Human
What
revolution.
does the human revolution want with Hayden? Why would they break our things? I don't know
Okay, they
what to
came
do.
late.
This place, these items, they're all I have of Hayden. What if he's gone for good? What will I do if we can't find him? This was all I had left. You're right. I apologize for the emotional outburst. Well, let's look around and see if we can find the data cache in all this mess. We don't have time to waste on my histrionics. I think you're right about this being human revolution propaganda, but Hayden is an unlikely target. I know they don't like Parallax because they think advanced technology in general is bad, but they spend most of their time going after hybrids and cyborgs.
Yeah, interesting.
I'll run some deep meshnet searches and see if anything turns up.
Oh no, not the PlayStation. Wrong piece. Okay.
I think the data cache is gone. We've searched everywhere, and it just isn't here. I hate to return to Tomcat empty-handed, but this leaves us twisting in the wind. Perhaps they can point us in a new direction. The data cache is no longer our main objective, but it would be nice to know where it is and why it was taken. I wonder what the human revolution would need the data cache for anyway.
Maybe someone is framing the human revolution.
That's a distinct possibility. I just don't have enough personal experience with the human revolution to give you an honest answer. The information on the meshnet is extremely conflicting and desperately polarized. Some of it paints them as neo-druid nature lovers, other parts as bigots stuck in the past. Perhaps we could... Hey! What's wrong? No!
Your business is sure to save frequently. Okay, what happened? Oh, maybe Lexi got us. That's probable.
Thank goodness you're finally awake! I have spent the past 30 minutes calculating the odds of you being indefinitely incapacitated or immobilized. I'm relieved to find my pessimism was misplaced and that you appear to be okay. Someone ambushed us at the apartment.
Okay.
After you collapsed, my power systems were jammed by whoever attacked us. It It took me 2 minutes to reboot and call an ambulance.
Interesting.
When we left, I noticed they had done the same thing to the NSFPD ROM that was standing post. It takes a lot of power to crash one of those, even temporarily. Serious military hardware like that is difficult to obtain, but that type of non-lethal electrical field would interrupt my systems as well. Likely a mil-spec neuro-scrambler. If we walked in on them while they were searching the apartment for Hayden's files, I can understand them stunning us to make their escape. But the probability that they're actually after me, or rather the research me, or high, leaving me when I was so vulnerable makes no sense. I now believe my original hypothesis to have been correct. Hayden must have been kidnapped by a powerful organization looking to get control of his research. Trashing our apartment may have been a cover for the theft of the data cache we were looking for. That seems unlikely. Even the most casual access to Hayden's research would have turned up physical descriptions of me, and even if they weren't sure, well, I'd play it better safe than sorry if I were them. We were at the scene of the crime, so to speak. Surely interrogating us would have cost them little. No, I didn't. They assaulted us from behind, and nothing showed up on my optics before I was disrupted. They either had cloaking of some kind, or were extraordinarily careful while making their way into the apartment. My optics, while not top of the line, are better than an off-the-shelf ROM's, and I should have been able to detect any thermal changes from someone being there. Oh, before I forget, here are your belongings. The nurses had me hold on to them for you until you awoke. Here's your ID card. Don't lose this again. Here are those headphones you reviewed. I noticed the article on your computer before. Good job getting published. And finally, here's your commemorative glass of water that you got from Alfie. Looks like it got broken. Now all we have is this broken commemorative glass.
I wonder if this is like a puzzle item we need.
You're right. You wouldn't want to cut yourself.
Okay, so we removed it. Yep.
Just let me know when you want to leave.
Excuse me. Are you talking about Hayden Webber?
Interesting.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you from behind that curtain.
Patient. He's your roommate.
Sorry for being a nosy, Nancy. Hayden's an old friend of mine, and this sounded all too familiar. Has anything happened to him? I hate to be the one to tell you, but privacy screens are hardly soundproof.
Yeah, that's what hospitals are for.
However,
you really don't have
if this situation concerns us both, perhaps we can help each other.
Sus.
Of course, I've not yet introduced myself.
Yep, some lag in a broadcast, so I need to check out the restream settings maybe test another server, because he had been like laggy as of late.
My name is Dr. Yannick Fairlight, and I'm the founder and former CEO of System 1 Software, now owned by Parallax.
He is telling the truth, at least as far as I can intuit from information on the meshnet. And I do recall Hayden mentioning a Dr. Fairlight, at least once in passing at some point.
Well, he's a good search engine. I'll give him that.
I don't bite. I won't press you for details, but perhaps I could be of some assistance. I remember my association with Hayden fondly, and I'd be happy to help in any way I can. Yes, as I've mentioned, Parallax acquired my company, System 1 Software.
Hostile takeover, probably.
I accepted a CTO position, and additionally served on Parallax's board for several years.
Chief of Technology. Chief Technological Officer. That's quite a demotion from the CEO. Okay, he was in the board.
And I had a difference of opinion about the direction the organization should take. The non-centralized data scheme for most ROMs used today seemed ludicrous at the time. We were playing with fire. Dangerous, morally ambiguous fire. And well, we hadn't invented a bucket of water. So when Parallax's servers were destroyed by hobbyist hackers, well, needless to say, it was a PR nightmare. Everything halted until we could get the damage fixed. And since the security work that goes into maintaining the integrity of near impenetrable meshnet is astronomically expensive, we had our share of disagreements. In the end, I was voted off the board and they went on without me.
So basically, what happened in Apple?
Do I have
or
hard feelings?
Steve Jobs, basically.
Of course, who wouldn't? In the end, though, it really doesn't matter. I'm an old rich man with enough hobbies to last the...
How did you meet Hayden?
Hayden and I made our acquaintance when the two companies first underwent the merger. At the time, he was a young, hotshot researcher working in the search data correlation sector. He was assigned to find the best ways to integrate Parallax's own collection and analysis tools into System 1's LIPS operating system. He was a bit much to handle at times, honestly, but I admired his passion for the subject. His research, no, not so much. I remember at the time he had interest in advanced machine sapience. That is the realm of science fiction. He once showed me a prototype of his. She was quite clever, very convincing. But you could tell she did not contain the spark of life. I assume that you are another of his creations.
Yes, I am. I'm sorry, I didn't introduce myself. My name is Turing. Did you say she?
Yep.
Ah, yes. She was quite insistent on that fact over the course of my conversation with her. Hayden said that she
older
had picked
prototype
out the color for her casing herself. Pastel pink.
Okay.
Still, I must assume you are far more advanced than she if you're spearheading the search for your creator. Perhaps I should have had more faith in Hayden's little hobby.
Do you know what became of her, or where she might be now? Hayden has told me so little of his past research.
I'm sorry, Turing. It was a long time ago, and I'm afraid my memory is not what it used to be. If any of my contacts in Parallax make mention of your erstwhile sibling, I'll pass it on to you.
Thank you, Dr. Fairlight.
Let me ask about something else.
Of course. Ask away.
What are you doing
The
here?
chair you find me in is an advanced diagnostic and life support run. Its development is one of my hobbies, so to speak. It monitors my vitals and administers medications as necessary to keep my body stable.
That's actually something that GPT models are used in today in a hospital. They could like react to the cancer or anything else faster than humans and be more accurate.
I likely would have
in
perished
theory.
long ago without it, or at least would have been severely bedridden. It requires frequent maintenance, and I'm here to have it examined. There's a particular fellow at this hospital who is the only one I trust to run the correct diagnostics and fine-tune things to my exact needs. It's the same way you might get your car serviced, making sure everything's in check. It's too integral to my health to count on just luck. Unfortunately, many critically injured patients were rushed into surgery all at once. My appointment has been pushed back. The hospital administrators placed me here with a resting patient so as not to be disturbed by the chaos outside. I don't think they expected you to awaken quite as quickly as you did. I can think of a few ways. I still have some contacts in Parallax and can put out some quiet feelers. Maybe they'll know something. I will admit, I don't have much to offer until there's more information. Is there anything you can tell me? I'd like to help in any way I can. What did you find at Hayden's apartment?
The first time we went, nothing. But when we went back to extract his computer's data cache, the place had been pillaged, and the human revolution had spray-painted slogans all over our walls. Hayden's computer was gone, and we were assaulted. And now we're here, injured and losing our trail with each passing second. We're still frustratingly in the dark and running out of time. I fear Hayden is slipping out of reach. I am failing him.
I'm very sorry to hear that. I wish I could do more. Hayden's company was most enjoyable. What do I want? It would be nice to be young again. Play the darling of the company. Court prince and pauper alike.
But
right now, someone I grew very fond of is in great danger. I simply wish to see Hayden home again, safe.
It's been very interesting speaking to you, Dr. Fairlight. If you say so. Dr. Fairlight, thank you for your help.
Of course. I'm happy to be of assistance. I think I have a lead for you two that will prove most useful.
Okay.
You said you found human revolution slogans spray-painted on the walls? I am acquaintances with the man leading the current human revolution.
Well, of course.
At the Genus Clinic. His name is Brian Mulberry.
Mulberry.
After an introduction from me, he may be willing to shine some light on that particular event.
You're involved with the human revolution.
No, not in this lifetime. Even if I so desired, I don't think they would approve much of my work. While Mr. Mulberry and I were associated with each other once, it was before he joined the human revolution. I find their methodology too aggressive, and their stated goals dangerously backwards. While I pushed for careful deployment of technology after the Parallax System 1 merger, I am no caveman.
Yeah, that's probable that there will be like a people opposing, maybe even violently AIs when they are like in your face basically.
After all, I'd likely be dead without the advanced technology that goes into this chair.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Well, when I exited Parallax, I sought out like-minded individuals. We worked together to prevent a full deployment of the MeshNet system. Brian Mulberry was one such person. We did not succeed in our efforts, obviously. Come to think of it, that event might have been what prompted Brian to take a more radical stance against technology. But yes, our motivations aligned for one brief time, and I gained his respect from it. Hopefully, that can be useful for you. I will send a message downstairs to my assistant, Leon Decker. He will hand you one of my cards to prove your association with me to Mr. Mulberry. Make sure you speak to him before you leave. In the meantime, I'll get in touch with some other individuals I know and try to find out any other information about Hayden that I might be able to pass on to you. I'll be in contact. It was a pleasure meeting you both. Of course. Please, do not let me delay you any further. Good luck, Turing. I don't think Hayden's faith in you is misplaced. You are an impressive piece of technology.
Thank you, Dr. Fairlight. We'll be in touch. Should I call downstairs to have you discharged?
What the hell is wrong with you?
Oh no.
I can't believe that you're still pulling the exact same shit you were years ago, but this time it's truly unreal. Do you even realize how bad impersonating a police officer is? It's a felony, jackass. I should be slapping cuffs on you and dragging your sorry ass off right now.
Detective Rivers, wait! I'm sorry. The plan to lift your credentials and use them to access Hayden's apartment was entirely mine. Also,
I listened to
necessary to mention
ChatGPT,
that
so
though you are
it's okay.
understandably upset, such language and imagery is beneath you as a respected officer of the law.
Oh great, the robot did it, huh? I guess I'll just take you to jail then instead. That what you want? Don't even try to take all the blame. I know that a certain someone lent you a helping hand. It isn't like you have the hardware to pull that off alone, little bot.
Well, to be honest, Detective Rivers, I think I'll tell you the whole truth, since my friend here trusts you. Keep it under your hat, though, metaphorically. I am no ordinary ROM, but actually a prototype designed to be the first fully sapient machine. I suspect
so it
creating
says.
me is the main factor behind Hayden's disappearance, beyond his day-to-day research for Parallax. My name is Turing.
Whew. Okay. Hi, Turing. Well, that is a damn bigger problem than you first let on, huh, old pal? The first machine sapient. People are gonna have things to say about that. Especially the human revolution.
Yeah, especially, yep.
This
I
is
was just
exactly
thinking
what I wanted
about
to
that.
avoid.
Yep.
You sure know how to get yourself dropped in the drink. What the hell am I supposed to do with the two of you? I guess I'm letting you off the hook. This time, and only because this time I can let you get away with it safely. I doubt anyone will notice your manipulation of that NSFPD ROM, nor that I was apparently in two places at once. But mostly because I think you're right. Someone higher up in the department is trying to delay any search into Hayden's disappearance. Here's the story. Apparently, the investigations you ran into this morning were about the lock on the apartment door being reported broken by a neighbor.
Which wasn't because we entered with the code.
The building couldn't reach Hayden, so they went ahead and got it fixed on their own, but the NSFPD sent a bot to check things out and guard the place for a while afterward, right?
Okay.
Standard procedure, treating it as a break-in. Have someone there for when Hayden shows up. Obviously, you and I know there's a bigger story, but when I filled out the missing person report, I was informed in no uncertain terms that I am to wait an entire 48 hours before I can upgrade the existing case. Why? Just on the off chance the door being busted and Hayden being missing are unrelated and my search screws something up for the completion of the break-in report. As if. There's a problem if you're so by the book you're getting paper cuts. And that was before all of this happened. The chief's not happy about whoever took the bot out. That's who they're after now. They won't even care if Hayden never shows.
Today's assault and the vandalization of our apartment will only make the entire situation more confusing and sensitive for the police.
There's too many moving parts to piece anything together, and it's not fun trying to argue with the bureaucrats that one thing happened over another. These little incidents of smashing shit and spray paint sound more like Froyo Stand 2.0 to them than a serious abduction.
And I suppose I won't be very useful as a witness to the kidnapping without explaining the makeup of my being to the entire department, which will only scandalize things further. Darn it all.
Can robot be even a witness?
Look, it's not being squashed completely, so I don't think anyone's been bought. But until there's undeniable proof Hayden was taken by force, they're gonna care more about the poor doorknob and some paint on the walls than him being missing. Which means somebody definitely has some influence, enough to buy themselves time by forcing me to follow protocol to a T. Not that I will, but I'm gonna have to keep things quiet.
It sounds like it's going to be up to us.
Yeah, so stop messing around. There's certainly a story here, but if you keep botching your moves, you'll blow it. I'd really rather you not be involved at all, but I know that isn't gonna happen at this point.
That
I've
journalist.
got a bad feeling people are gonna end up dead over this. I don't want you to be one of them, buddy. And I really don't want to be the one making that call to your sister. Please.
Yeah, you two are not speaking, so.
Yeah, I know. Just here.
Okay, I got the gun. Nice.
Take this.
Police
Use it
taser.
if you have to.
It's not. This is a medium-range electrolaser pistol. It uses a low-power laser to create a channel of ionized gas to complete a circuit between the gun and the target, then discharges a considerable amount of current into the air. Think of it as a wireless taser of the older variety. This is a more suitable personal defense weapon, and it is legal to carry in EOSF without a license.
Okay, interesting.
The neural scrambler we were attacked with uses a powerful electromagnetic field to disrupt electrical signals in the target's nervous system. That's far more dangerous and prone to be permanently damaging to the target. You got lucky.
I told you to get a weapon, but you didn't, so I picked it up on the way here. Be smart with it.
I hope I don't
Me
need it.
neither. I'll be in touch if I find anything out, but don't hold your breath. My superiors are gonna keep leaning on me to do nothing. Back to the grind, I guess. See ya. Stay safe.
Thank you for your time, Detective Rivers.
Okay, she was on our side, so.
You should talk to the receptionist and formally check out before we go anywhere. We should also look for Dr. Fairlight's assistant, Mr. Decker. He should be somewhere around.
Hello, the name is Leon Decker. It's a pleasure to meet you. Fairlight messaged ahead that I needed to pass one of his cards on to you. Here. Thanks for taking your time with him. He really gets in one of his moods when the chair's getting fixed. The last gala he organized was full of unsavory types. He's probably happy to help folks whose pockets aren't deeper than their thoughts. Yeah, boss said you'd have a few for me. I'm not really supposed to answer anything too private, but take your best shot. Oh, mostly gopher work, to be honest. Started when I was just out of the military. I was looking for a gig from someone who wouldn't care that I was an army rat. North Korea made that hard. The old man pays me to guard his life, run a few errands for him, and play substitute arm candy at most of the charity galas.
So you would be one that can use neural scrambler.
Not terribly exciting, but I've already had enough excitement to last me another 30 years. You think sitting in that chair all day is very entertaining? You know, the old man's talked to me about the things he used to do in his glory days. I'm sure he told you about when he was the head of some big company. He was cold, ambitious, and took down anyone with half a mind to get in his way. think once he aged, he realized how lonely that kind of life can be.
So basically a Steve Jobs story.
Helping people's the only way he can feel like he's still doing something. But hey, what do I know?
No,
I just spend all my time with him. Probably not as exciting as you hope. I grew up in Montana, on a family farm. I didn't have my pa's farm hands, so I joined the military as soon as I could, like my grandpaps. Came home looking to do something a whole lot quieter for the rest of my life. I didn't know at the time how boring quiet could be. But hey, I'll take it over getting shot at. No problem. I'll be around if you know where to look. You have a good day now.
Need to remember to manually save. Okay, now we can actually review our findings. So, about the scene where we were stunned, that wasn't graphical at all, and there weren't like any harm. So, if we think about it, it really doesn't like register at all. Audiovisual Programme Classifier, very mild violence or threat of violence, may be exaggerated with no physical damage or pain. So it would be here or unrealistic, comically exaggerated or mild violence. And this even like allows you to see like a one realistic scenes of violence in like a slapping TV series, which is or movie, which is realistic, mild or brief. That was very, but I think it's still like a S level. We were stunned, but yeah, might be like this might get like a 7 out of the fact that. Whatever happens to Turing, Turing is considered as a children. But so far we are like somewhere around S or 7. So this game doesn't have lots of anything you could get your hands on when rating it. And this is my second time playing it. Last time I played like 10 years ago. And I did check this with the current ratings back then. So definitely like there's not much, and IH rating isn't going to be in a 16 level. PEGI, Pan-European Game Information, gave 16 like just because the language, but. This isn't like overtly, if I use the modern term, I dislike woke game even. The very peaceful and understanding and not really preaching, which was great back in the 2015. So I don't think this like earned even like a 16 from the Pan-European game system. But yeah. 7 or suitable for all or 7 at this point. But hey, I can play this later if people want me to finish this. I think it had like a at least couple hours more story. It's like a visual novel basically. But anyway, hey, thanks for watching. We can actually do the last game were clearly like a 17. 18 level. So let's even if we haven't finished, let's like add this game here. So this is definitely like, I don't think this is going to be like higher than this. So that makes it all more like a absurd that itch.io has hidden this game from the search. Yeah, that's the life we are now living, world in which you are getting like a banned because you had like a wrong tag. Yeah, that's slightly obscene in my mind. But anyway, hey, thanks for watching. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like and maybe even subscribe. Problem is that I don't think that going through the censored game is going to make algorithm all too happy. So that's why I need like a thumbs up and comments and replies, so we can build the buzz on this topic, which is, I think this is pretty important, that we actually dare to give the proper ratings for the games that actually deserve them. And as I show, yeah, it could be like a totally legal 18 game, or it could be like a 7 or suitable for all game. So censorship doesn't make difference between content. It's just stopping the discussion, and that's something we need to